Welcome to the Worst of the Riot podcast. Coming up, could Isaiah or I deliver a baby?
Also, we find out the similarity between Hudson and Shaq. They both have great feet. And more on the Worst of the Riot podcast.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot, Radio U.
I don't know if you saw this video going around the internet over the weekend. It has a graphic warning. It's a video of high school students at Deer Creek High School licking and kissing each other's feet.
That seems like an inappropriate video.
It's got a graphic warning. The reason they were doing this is for a fundraiser. Seems to be for a good cause. Not your average Joe Coffee, whose mission is to employ and inspire students and adults with intellectual, developmental, and physical disabilities. The fundraiser raised $152,000.
That's a lot of money. The results you cannot argue.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. But their methods unconventional because one of the challenges that students did at this fundraiser involved students being barefoot and then other students kissing and licking their feet. Not a lot of other context provided outside of that. Not sure what context could be provided that would make it less weird. But the school has come under fire, receiving some backlash, of course, because of the foot licking stuff.
Really? A lot of backlash, huh?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. But the debate is, at the moment, the school kind of seems to claim that this was all the students' idea. So you can't be mad at like the faculty, the teachers, the superintendents, whatever, because this was the students' idea. And so what are the teachers supposed to do? Tell them no?
Yes, actually that is. Students probably come up with bad ideas every day for fundraisers.
I'm sure they do.
You can say no to. What happened to like selling Yankee candles or like the bake sales when we used to do Little Caesars?
Yeah.
I used to be buying pretzels.
Were you raising $152,000?
I was not. We used to sell candy bars. Those things out the window.
Yeah.
Not just licking toes. But they raised way more money than we did with the Yankee candles.
They did.
So.
They did. They found the secret. They found the key to raising a lot of money. It's toe licking. Apparently. I'm interested, maybe you would hope that one of the teachers or somebody, an adult in the room might have said, hey, you guys might want to not do the toe licking thing. But you also might want to think maybe one of the students that was in the planning for this also might have said that. I feel like the way the meeting went, it was definitely like somebody either maybe they were homeschooled until this year. And then they got into school and they're like, what if we licked each other's toes for the fundraiser?
That's what you and your homeschoolers, that's what you guys come up with?
I don't know. I just feel like somebody that's a little out of it might come up with.
A little Hudson even.
And all of the other students were too nice to say, I don't know if that's a good idea.
There were people in the back of their mind that were like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But never said anything. And then what happened? Then you're licking some other kid's toes.
Yeah. But all that said, even in the video, everybody's way into it. The students are having a ball.
Like, what was the competition? That's my next question.
That's what I'm saying.
How are they raising money?
I don't have additional context. I don't know if it was just simply, bet you won't lick somebody else's toes. And they're like, bet we will.
And then, like, who's in the audience throwing money for this?
Yeah.
They're like, $50. He's getting after. Like, what is this? What is the competition? I don't understand.
If there was like a bidding war, like I'll give you $100 if you get Weird Randy's feet in your mouth.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, but it worked. You can't argue with the results.
Which is even worse. I think that's even worse that they raised so much money.
Add a little Riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Well. It seems that NASA has heard our criticism as of late. Our segment where we questioned the pictures that we recently received back from the lunar lander. It seems they've heard that segment and they've already responded.
Makes sense.
NASA has announced a partnership with famous camera maker Nikon. They are going to be developing a custom camera that astronauts are going to be able to take with them when we send them to the moon in September of 2026.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me
Yeah.
that the one we just sent up there that landed
Uh-huh.
is just like, well, that's just a lost cause at this point. Like, we know the camera stinks.
It's too late, yeah.
It's already up there, and there's nothing we can do. We're going to need these terrible photos back from this thing.
Yeah.
But next time,
Nothing.
2 years from now, it'll be better.
It will be better. It'll be better because they partnered with Nikon, and this is going to be a camera too that the astronauts remember that this is for the manned mission in 2026. These astronauts are going to be able to carry this around wherever they go on the moon, and so they'll be able to use it to snap photos of whatever they find interesting, take selfies, perhaps. Yeah, it's going to be able to do all of that. And I saw this story, and I was like, I knew there has to be some things we're not taking into account as to why the pictures that we got back recently from the current lunar lander, why they were so suboptimal. There's got to be some harsh conditions on the moon that make it difficult to take pictures, right?
No.
They say that this is going to be, it's going to be a modified Nikon Z9 with Nikkor lenses, and then it's going to be wrapped in a thermal blanket because you think it's got to be shielded from the extreme temperatures on the moon. The temperatures on the moon, not the same as the temperatures we'd experience here. They're colder, I'm assuming. Also, it needs to be protected from dust as well. Lots of dust on the moon. I mean, it's basically all dust as far as I understand it. So
good things from them there.
yeah.
How in the world did we not think of this, like, I don't know, a year ago when we were starting to build this lunar lander? Like, we're sending this thing to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
What's, like, the most important thing right now for NASA? If they want to get any good PR
Yeah.
for the people that are paying for all their missions,
Yeah.
don't you think we'd like some nice photos? Like, imagine paying for your kids to go on vacation, and then they send you pictures of their vacation, and they're just horrible. You can't even tell what it is.
Everything's distorted. It looks like it's in a funhouse mirror.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, where are you guys? Did you guys go where I paid for you to go? And now NASA doing the exact same thing, sending this lunar lander up there, getting all this information that I'll never understand. Is it too much for me to ask for a decent photo of the moon because I'll never go? I would love to have a nice photo.
I think that's fair. Well, they're working on it.
Fair.
They're working on it.
2 years from now.
Yeah, 2 years from now, we're gonna get some grand pictures.
Some great videos.
Yeah, just splendid.
Well, I can't wait for them to figure it out.
Yeah, with the help of Nikon, it's.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Isaiah, you know anybody that does this? I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Mewing?
I know what mewing is.
Uh-huh.
I might know one person
Uh-huh.
that does some mewing.
How would you describe mewing?
Mewing's a bunch of different things. Essentially, the whole idea of mewing is trying to strengthen your jaw lines,
Mm-hmm.
get a better jawline going.
Yeah.
There's these little like chewy balls that you can like
chewy
chew
balls.
on.
I haven't seen the balls.
You haven't seen the chewy balls?
No.
You can chew on those.
Uh-huh.
They're supposed to help your jawline
Uh-huh.
to mew.
Okay.
Also, you can do it like all day long
Mm-hmm.
by having like your mouth closed.
Yeah, that's
and,
what
like
I'm
a little
seeing here.
technique.
So it's like a special way to you have your mouth closed, and it's supposed to make your jawline like
I'm doing it right now.
look good.
Can you not tell?
You're mewing. You can't mew and talk at the same time, though.
Well, I'm doing it when you're talking, obviously.
Yeah. You think it works? You think mewing? It's a trend going around that's supposed to improve your jawline, make it nice and strong looking. It's described here as flattening your tongue against the roof of your mouth.
Yep. I was just doing it. You couldn't tell?
Yeah, I can't tell.
You can't tell?
No, you can't tell. But I think you know what? I kind of like when you mew.
You like it?
Yeah, I think you should do it more often.
So you can tell. Oh, you can tell that I'm not talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You think it? You still haven't answered my question. We've been dancing around. Do you think it actually works? You think mewing
I have not done
works?
I've not done a deep study, a deep dive.
Yeah.
I don't mew.
You don't mew. It feels
I
like
don't
something
mew.
that you might do.
No, I don't need to mew. I
I
have
know
a beard.
you really care about your appearance.
I have a beard.
Uh-huh.
I have a good jawline under this beard, but you can't even see my jawline.
Yeah, like what good would it do either of us to mew and have a strong jawline? It'd be pointless, right? So,
But it helps extend your jaw,
Mhm.
broaden your face.
Apparently it's something that has really been taking off. I mean, I'm thinking about it. It can't hurt anything, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like why not give it a shot? But how could anybody even prove that this is like something that actually works?
Maybe because they could do some before and after pictures of their jaw.
How long do you have to mew before you start to see results?
And
Is what I want to know.
How much are you doing a day? How long are you mewing a day?
Yeah.
We've now gotten to the point where mewing doesn't even feel like a word anymore. We've said it so many times.
Yeah. Why is it called mewing?
I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
I think the little balls you chew on like more fun.
I've never seen that.
You never seen that?
Yeah.
Where you put them in your mouth, you chew, they have a little rope that goes around your neck. You never seen that on
No.
like TikTok advertised?
No, I've not seen that.
It's usually a lot of
advertised, dude.
workout guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
They do it while they work out. It looks insane.
I've not seen those. I don't know. I feel like I want to try some, I want to try some free mewing before I start to get into the, having an apparatus with it.
See if you get any results from just the tongue press.
Yeah, but if the tongue press doesn't give me results, then I don't know if that makes me more or less likely to want to go ahead and get the mewing balls.
Like now, imagine this, right? If you do it, literally all it is just pressing your tongue
Mm-hmm.
to the top of your mouth. You're doing it right now, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And do you realistically think that could do anything?
It doesn't seem like that would do anything for your jaw at all.
Like even if I did it all day,
yeah,
like it doesn't feel like
Constantly.
it wouldn't do anything. Maybe my jaw would cramp up, maybe.
that's what I feel like. I feel like my tongue would get. I feel like it's strengthening my tongue more than my jaw.
My jaw.
Yeah, like the underneath the tongue area. Maybe I'd be really good at enunciation.
Be doing all kinds of benefits.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start.
I'd be really
mewing.
good at speaking Spanish. I feel like.
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
So that's when the contest ends. Check this out. A pilot in Asia is being hailed as a hero, not for flying a plane, but instead for delivering a baby mid-flight. This is on a flight from Taiwan to Bangkok in Thailand. A woman went into labor in one of the bathrooms on the plane, and the pilot of the plane, his name Jacqueline, left the cockpit to go deliver the baby.
Versatile. I mean, what else
Yeah.
can you say?
What a skill set on this guy.
Able to go from the front of the plane, keeping everybody safe,
Yep.
to setting that thing on autopilot, coming back there and delivering a baby.
That's it does lead into a couple of my questions of all the people on the plane, how is the pilot the most qualified to deliver a baby?
That's what I feel like as well. Nobody else on there could have taken that over.
Yeah. There wasn't like any kind of doctor on the entire
A nurse.
plane.
I mean, come on.
Not a
There's a
single
nurse on every
nurse.
flight.
It seems that way.
At least one. I mean,
Yeah.
how many flights are there realistically?
Mhm.
There's like 100 people on that plane.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 100 people are a nurse.
Has to be. You would think.
And nobody wanted to step up. You know there was a nurse on that flight
Uh-huh.
that didn't come up to the plate.
She was asleep. She was like, please don't bother.
She had her AirPods in.
Uh-huh.
She was listening to music, and then all of a sudden she realizes
She
what's
never
going
even
on.
knew that the question was raised that they needed some kind of medical personnel. But then you think about the pilot. What exactly are his qualifications for being able to do this?
He seems like he's large and in charge. I mean, if you're on a plane,
Yeah.
what can't the pilot do in any situation?
I mean,
it
he's got
feels
that,
like,
that cool outfit on.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're
you wear
like
that
he's in
outfit,
charge.
it endows you with certain powers.
Especially if you're mid-flight. If you're
Yeah,
mid-flight,
that's right.
I don't care what the situation is. The pilot needs to be doing whatever the emergency is.
Yeah.
It feels like they're the most qualified.
Some might be asking, well, then who was flying the plane?
Good
during
question.
This time? Well, fortunately, there was a co-pilot. Although that co-pilot going to be an unsung hero because the co-pilot didn't get to deliver the baby. The co-pilot just did the job of the co-pilot. The pilot went above and beyond and delivered a baby, which brings me to my next question. How hard could it be to deliver a baby?
I've never seen it in action.
In the movies and stuff. But I feel like, is it just catching the baby?
That's what I was about to ask.
Because I feel like, and then telling the mom to breathe, right?
Yes.
I feel
But
like
yet again, I don't
think I
know.
could do that, especially if I had a pilot outfit. I think that would actually help me out a little
So
bit.
then you ask the question of if all it is, which I don't know if this is all it is.
Yeah.
If all it is just catching the baby and telling the woman to breathe,
Yeah.
why was the pilot the person who needed to do
Yeah,
this?
shouldn't have he been piloting the plane? And
He feels
couldn't
like the last
anybody
person
else have been the person to deliver the
to
baby?
catch the baby.
Yeah. Is there other stuff we don't know about it?
Were there not, and I can't tell from the name, were there not other ladies on board that have ever delivered a baby themselves?
You think that a woman that has been through the experience might be a pretty good helping hand?
And aren't there fathers who have caught the baby?
Well, this guy was a father.
And that's what I'm thinking. Aren't there
Yeah.
dads? Isn't that a thing where like the dad will catch the baby, would deliver the baby?
You know, I think particularly this is the woman's first baby, perhaps. The man maybe tends to freeze up a little bit.
Gets a little nervous.
Yeah, that's right.
Was her husband on the plane?
That's what I'm wondering. He might
What
have
was he
fainted
doing?
for all we know.
Twiddling his thumbs?
Yeah, I think of all the people that
was
maybe
still
I don't
buttoned
want guiding the delivery, it's probably the actual father.
He's over there, but he's still buckled up.
Yeah.
He hasn't even left his seat yet.
Yeah.
And you would think also if you're getting on a plane and your wife is close, you'd be prepared for a thing like this.
That's a good
Flight-induced
point.
pregnancy.
Yeah. I didn't even know you were allowed to fly if you were that close to having a baby. And this is why. Because you're making the pilot leave
Exactly.
the cockpit.
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
You ever seen Shaq's feet?
Have not. I assume they're big.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, massive. You gotta have big feet to be able to support that big body. But all that big body, that puts a lot of strain on his feet. There's a picture here on the story I sent you of Shaq's feet. If you want to take a look,
I see.
it is not good.
Not pretty.
Which is why Shaquille O'Neal recently revealed that he pays $1,000, give or take, to his pedicurist because he knows his feet are nasty. They're big, they're stinky, they're gnarly, and it's a lot to deal with. And so he has a pedicurist he supposedly pays $1,000 per session to attend to his big, nasty feet.
Well, you'd like to be the person taking care of his feet, huh?
I mean, it's got to be worth it. $1,000
Every
I
time,
don't care
every
how
time.
nasty the feet are.
Every
But
time.
I mean, I'm looking at the pictures here. It is not good, to say the least. But I don't know if he's serious. He says that he likes to paint them a little bit. He likes to get some designs on the nails to make them look a little nicer. I don't know. That's kind of feels like the putting a lipstick on a pig, like almost literally, is what's going on with his feet.
Well, he says he has ugly feet.
Yeah.
He knows he has ugly feet,
Mm-hmm.
so he wants him to look prettier by putting some toenail polish on
Yeah.
there.
I mean, you could just cover them. Just don't wear sandals is another option. I'm glad that he's aware of it, though. There's some people out there just flaunting the feet with the sandals all the time that have no business doing that.
He has
Feet-
some ugly feet.
Yeah, feet make me uncomfortable sometimes.
You what are your feet like?
Are
yours bad?
yes, because I have one weird toenail on one of my big toes.
You need to get that looked into.
Well, no, it's been dealt. You know what happened is, and I'm sure everyone wants to hear about this.
Please.
Let me tell you. Let me describe my feet in intricate detail. On my left foot, on my big toe, had ingrown toenails as like a teenager or
You
whatever.
should have clipped them.
Yeah. It's been a routine occurrence for me. I've had them recurring in my other toe still to this day. But the ones on my left foot got bad enough that they had to like laser off.
No, you had surgery. I've only heard about this.
Not exactly.
I've never seen. My mom always said, if you don't take care of your feet, this will happen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're one of those people.
Yeah,
You're who she was talking
It
about.
got lasered off. And so
Wow.
now instead of
You were a nightmare for me, just so you know.
yeah, it's not. I mean, I've had worse things. I'm not afraid of my own feet.
No, it's okay.
I'm not worried about going back to the doctor one day to get my feet looked at like I am for other parts of my body. But it wasn't that traumatic. Although the foot doctor was very strange. I feel like you have to be a little bit strange, and he knew he was strange to get into the foot doctor, to get into the podiatry line of work. But he was a little He was a little strange, had a sense of humor.
He lasered your toe.
But he lasered my toenail
Wow.
off. So now instead of making, I mean, how would you describe the shape of your big toenails?
My big toenails, little arrow-esque.
Kind of like a fan. Yeah, it's like an arrow with the tip cut off, but the arrow's pointing to the rest of your foot. But mine is not an arrow; it's just a rectangle.
Oh, you
It's
got
just
he
a
squared you up,
rhombus.
did he?
Yeah, he did.
He faded you up.
It's all right angles. Is my
He gave you a
left
flat
big
top.
toenail. He did. Yes, he did. And it's weird that all several years later, it's never branched back out. I don't really understand.
How
that.
different does your left big toe look from your right? Noticeably different.
It is notably different. Yes,
That's
if
incredible.
I took my shoes off for it, and that's not even to mention the hair that is on my feet,
Dang,
which
I
is not
guess
something that I'm like a hobbit. It's not something that Shaq seems to be afflicted with, but for me, that is a problem.
I'm just in shock. I thought that those rumors, my mom, those stories she told, those
Yeah.
fairy tales,
Hey,
I thought those were fake.
it's not even just me. I happen to know that also Lex, who works here, similar issues.
Same deal, huh?
She's
Also lasered in.
yes, also had the same similar
Wow.
surgery.
It's a good thing I took care of my feet. My mom was right.
Hey, that's that can find you anywhere. So keep on clipping those nails, boy.
Thanks for watching the worst of the Riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more Riot.